made it. We are at Wright's Air Service, September 1st, 2023, and we are going on a moose, grizzly, caribou hunt. Once in a lifetime dream hunt here, and we're pretty pumped up this morning. We're waiting on our plane, going from Fairbanks to Galena. We're going to be back in for 14 days, and got all our gear here, and waiting on the airport to open up and load her up and fly in. So stay tuned, it's going to be fun. We survived. We're in Galena. Let's go. The river looked like it was pretty rough, huh? I couldn't get to the cabin yesterday. Is that your bag or mine? Well, that one dried out. Well, we're at the guy's cabin here, and it's been raining, really windy. It's been raining. There was 2 nice days out of the last 2 weeks, he said. It's rained ever since. The river is really high. A lot of rapids we got to go through. We might have to downsize a little bit on the gear, and might have to carry some gear around the rapids to try to get in, and we're not quite sure what we're going to do yet. We're working on getting an airplane in here, maybe helping us fly some gear in, but stay tuned, should get interesting. Let's go, man. Not sure where we're going to end up tonight yet, but we're taking this boat upriver, and there's some rapids up there I don't think we can get through. So we got to unload the boat, carry our stuff across the hill, have another boat come the other way down the river and pick us up. So we got about, what time is it? 3:45. We got about 5 hours till dark and a 4-hour boat ride, so should be fun. Yeah. Yeah, last time. Not there. The wife one that rapid. Right. Yeah, that's no kid. To push her back though before everybody gets in. Day 2, trying to get some coffee going. Stay tuned. On to the next step. Going upriver to the cabin, and I don't know, are we spending the night there or going back into camp, but see how it goes.
Keeps everybody else out of here.
That's right. What a beautiful day. We made it to the next point. Took 2 small boats up here to the cabins. Taking argos from here, and each going to our own spike camp, so it should be fun. No problem. Well guys, we're sitting here at the base camp. We've been here for, this is the 3rd day. We've had some trouble getting back in here. First off, we had high water. We had rapids we couldn't cross and had to carry our luggage out around to get over the rapids, and finally made it up to here. We had to fly another guide in. One of the guides had to leave, so we had to fly another guide in from Ohio. And he's in Fairbanks now, and the main guide went up to get him at the airport. He had to drive 5 hours on a boat and another 3 hours with his truck to go get him. So he went today to go get him, and he'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll head back in. The other guys headed back up this morning. They're up there hunting. Hopefully they're having some luck. Weather's nice. Don't get many days like this up here in Alaska. So me and Mike are hanging out at base camp and trying not to go insane with anticipation and excitement here. So stay tuned. Hopefully there's a lot of hunting to be done here. We still got 11. This is day 4 of a 15-day hunt, so still got 11 days left. A lot can happen, and trying to stay positive here. So hang tight. Finally, time to go hunt. Let's roll. Got that. Dude, if that don't take your breath away, I don't know what will.
It's crazy.
This is gonna be home for the next 10 days. Let's go!
Nick said there was a bear here or something?
Here? I don't know, the rain fly was off, but then...
Oh, the rain fly was off?
Well, day one of being up here in the mountain, and the guide just said he's seen a brown bear track going through our camp, so we're gonna see if we can't find him. So we got an awesome view here. We're gonna set up, do some glassing, hopefully find a bear or a caribou today and go after it, so stay tuned. Ready-made breakfast.
Oreos.
Well, it's day 2 up here. Day 2 of hunting. First day, Merle shot a moose. Just we could actually see it from camp here, but seen him work it up, and he brought it up here last night. So we got one on the board, but hopefully today is the day. Beautiful morning, so should be good. We just saw some nice caribou. First animals we seen, and it's on. We're going for them. They're only about 20 miles that way.
Let's go.
I'm going to try and explain a little bit about what happened yesterday and today. So we were glassing from our lookout point not far from camp. We spotted 3 caribou yesterday morning. One nice bull, and they were a couple miles out, probably 4 or 5 miles, and we took off after them. We had an argo that, well, it's less than traffic safe, but we took off after them. Fixed the argo 4 times by the time we got down to the river, and the caribou was on the other side of the river. And we couldn't cross the river. The river was too high, so we decided to turn around and go back. And we got in this little creek. Our argo wouldn't go up the bank, so we drove down the creek, and the creek went into the river, and we ended up in the river with the argo. Floated down the river a couple hundred yards, no traction. Tried to get out. One of the tracks of the argo slipped off, and we were floating down the river. One of the tracks was hanging from a rope beside us. We were in a little bit of a bad situation, and we finally stopped in the middle of the river. The track actually caught us under the argo, and Lynn here, our guide, he jumped out of the argo, waded through the river. He got into water up to his chest, and he tied a rope from the winch to a tree that was right along the river, and we had to throw a rope to him. We lost one rope down in the river, and
finally got a rope into him and we tied the winch in. The Argo was flooded, wouldn't run anymore. We were going underwater, everything was getting soaked. And we winched the Argo in to the bank and threw all our stuff off, and me and Mike got off. We were still out on the Argo and we were all wet and all of our shoes were full of water, and we had a probably 4 or 5 mile walk back to camp in bog that is not pleasant. This tundra up here is insane. And we tied the Argo to the bank. We couldn't winch him out of the river, but we tied him to the bank and we headed back. And going up the hill, I got lightheaded. I actually went down. I hadn't eaten much all day, and it was in the evening, 6, 7 o'clock. So I ate some candy bars and we kept going. I actually dropped my pack there. Mike took some of my stuff. Lynn took some of my stuff. And we kept going and made it to the top of the hill. And then we had another probably 2 miles to camp after we got to the top of the hill. And we were on the Argo track that goes to camp once we got to the top of the hill, but it was still a long hike. And we started walking in that track, and Lynn spotted a grizzly bear on top of the hill, and it was adrenaline, and we took off. After we almost died a couple times, we were all dead tired walking up that tundra. Weren't sure we were going to make it in, and there's a grizzly bear on top of the hill, so we got to go kill him, right?
We're on the way back to camp, and we just spotted a brown bear up on this ridge. And we're gonna go try to cut him off. Stay tuned.
I stole it! You're his! You're his! What? Ah! Kevin, know him! Kevin, know him! I got a freaking grizzly, man! Whoa!
Nobody
Let's go.
ever had a day like this.
We're a couple hundred yards from camp.
Nobody ever had a day.
Holy.
About died 5 times today, but let's go. Nice, man.
He's down.
Nice,
He's
man.
down.
Let's freaking roll! Nobody gonna believe this story. Dude. Freaking
We almost died today. But we just killed a freaking bear. I can't believe it.
done now. I'm out of bullets for the rifle, boys. life. Dude.
Got yourself a Grizzly.
That's all I want.
I mean, just what a day, what a hunt. I mean, it was an absolute blessing to have that bear come in yet. I mean, the way we were coming, the wind was perfect, everything was perfect. It just, we went from as low as you can go to as high as you can go in one day. It was incredible, insane. I mean, it was a day that we're gonna tell our grandkids about one day. It was insane. And we all got to experience it, and that's what we came here to do. Today, we called one of the other guides, and he brought an argo. He had to come 3 hours with an argo from one of the other camps where he's with another hunter. But he came in, and me and Lynn went and skinned the bear, got it all skinned, packed to camp. And Mike went with Craig, the outfitter, and they went, pulled the argo out of the river, and hung it onto the back of the other argo, drug it all the way back to camp, and we had to drain the gas tank and take the spark plugs out, and I know what all he did, but thanks to the good Lord, the thing's running again, kinda. It runs about 50 yards, and then we got to work on it. There's some water in the gas line yet, but it's running. I don't know how. We sunk that sucker to the bottom of the river. I mean, me and Mike were standing on top, and there was about 3 inches of that argo still sticking out of the water. I have no idea how that winch still worked, how there was a tree that we could barely reach with the winch rope. I mean, the good Lord was watching out for us, and we just thank Him for just being up here, the opportunity for getting us out of that bind, for putting the bear in front of us. Just what a blessing. I mean, this country's not for the faint of heart.
No, it ain't.
I've learned a lot. So this still got a caribou tag, still got a moose tag. Seen a nice moose tonight, but he was too far off to go after him. See, today is Saturday. We're staying until next Friday or Saturday, so still got about a week left. And a couple more tags to fill, so should get good.
Well, we lost our water jugs in the river when we sunk that argo, and there's no water in camp, so we're trying to find a water vein in this tundra, and this stuff it's insane. I mean, you'll go down, if you don't watch your step, you're going down to your knees. But we need water, so see what we can find. Well, guys, we just we spotted a black bear this morning. Lynn found it, and then the fog hit, and we were all sitting there kind of telling our story. Now the fog lifted, and we looked. The black bear's still up here. We don't have an argo, so we think we can stalk him. He's probably, I don't know, is he 1,000 yards or not, but we're gonna stalk him, try to get in there, put a shot on him. So we're pretty fortunate there's an animal, you know, we don't need an argo for, so see if we can get him. It's exciting. Well, guys, we're loaded up, ready to head out. We're gonna go down on the river, float the river, and try to kill some moose. So we'll see how it goes. We ran a black bear for a couple miles this morning, but he gave us the slip, so the other outfitter showed up here, and we're all loaded up and gonna head to the river, so hopefully we get a moose.